Come on. Oh, now my computer doesn't want to work. It says, no, we're done for the day. Messed up my flow there.
Yeah, I kind of have no idea I don't really remember what we talked about talking
I
about.
never have an idea of what we're doing until we're doing it.
And we're doing it now.
And now we're doing it. Oh, everyone else has joined us as well. Hi, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Between Two Flames, shot from my luxurious bunker in the basement of my house. We're still sort of in the middle, kind of like one straddling between working from home, working from the office now. I have with me today Libby Bahr on our social media team. Libby, I believe you're in the office, correct?
I am. I'm in the entire conference room all alone. Don't think that's ever been the case.
The whole conference room. So you like put your feet up and...
Yep, I'm sitting at the head of the table, of course, as you do.
You're like the leader.
You know, the leader of no one.
Well, Libby, we brought you on today because for one, you've been an intern at Flint, what, 5-10 years now?
Yeah, right. Whole decade.
Yeah.
No, just wrapped up my 2-year anniversary the other week.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. And also congratulations. And the reason why we brought you on today is that you are graduating in a couple of different senses. You're graduating from NDSU, North Dakota State University, for those of you watching from outside our geographic
from across the country
area. Yes, if you're watching this from somewhere around Indiana, we're not referring to Notre Dame. We're referring to North Dakota State University. Notre Dame's in Indiana, right?
Yeah.
We can cut that out. So you're graduating with a undergraduate degree in marketing?
Yes, correct. A BS in marketing, which I joke with my friends, that's what it is.
It's its own joke. That's its own joke.
BS, yep. Minor in strategic communication.
I'm assuming this last semester you had to do quite a bit from distance learning and using the internet to go to school. Tell me what it was like to use the internet to go to school.
It was interesting because I had one professor who was really ahead of the game and on the ball. He would talk about coronavirus and COVID updates all the way back in January because he had family that lived in China. So he knew exactly how bad it was, and he had the whole semester ready to go online if and when we needed to. And back in January, we were like, I don't even know how we would function all going online all of a sudden. But then spring break happened, and the week after was kind of when everything across the US started shutting down, and we just never came back to regular school. We started having lectures on Zoom, which were, mine at least, were all optional. So I attended like a few, not all. Attendance was really optional at that point.
I skipped classes too when I was able to go in person. So I'm sorry.
See, but all I had to do was fire up my computer and lay in bed, and I still skipped. So it's the same.
True.
All my classes had big group projects to wrap up at the end of the semester, and we still had to do those. So I had to do some group presentations where we each had to record ourselves at home and then combine them into a video when we would have presented in class instead.
You bring up an interesting point, though, which is that it really doesn't matter what sort of situation you're in, what kind of technology you have at your disposal. Group projects are still the worst.
Yes,
right?
I can confirm.
Because not only did you graduate from NDSU, but you also graduated from your internship and are now a fully fledged Flintster.
I'm a real person now.
Your pupae has been inside its cocoon, and now your wings are fluttering out, and you are a fully grown insect.
I just think of the Bug's Life, like the fat caterpillar that has like two little wings at the end. That's how I feel right now.
I love the bug.
That's what
That
it's
was
like to graduate during a global pandemic.
underrated Pixar movie.
When I signed my HR paperwork to start full time, I made sure it said, "You don't need to pick up Chris's dry cleaning."
Great. Now I got to do it myself, Libby. Jeez. All right. Whatever. Fine. I quit washing clothes when the pandemic thing happened anyway.
Mm-hmm. What's the point?
Yeah, I mean, no one smells you anymore. When's the last time you smelled another person? Come here. Do you want to say hi to Libby? Come say hi to Libby. Oh, God.
Be shy.
It's going to stay over there. Come on, come say hi to. Sorry, guys. 1 second. What, the TV doesn't work? Yeah. Okay, hold on. I will be right there. I have to go turn on my parenting aids. The TV apparently doesn't work, so I will be right back. Sorry, guys. And we're back. Libby, I think it's also fair for us to talk about the fact that you have also been very much behind the scenes here at Between Two Flames, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I've been at every episode, launched every watch party.
That's right. You do all our watch parties on Facebook. Okay, I bet if you were to look down into the comments right now, Libby. Oh, yeah, she just did.
Oh, there I am. No hands.
Yeah, there you are. Oh, you're there and you're down there. Through the wonders of technology.
Basically time traveling. Like I'm sending a message to myself tomorrow.
Libby, I do have one other thing for you.
Okay.
Since you were unable to attend a commencement ceremony in person this year, we decided to sort of hold a little bit of a commencement ceremony for you here, right on Between Two Flames. So I don't know if you have any commencement-y things handy.
I have Heidi's tap because I did not buy my own.
2 years ago for Halloween, I was Emperor Palpatine. So I have a very large robe that I will put on here, and you and I will have ourselves a commencement ceremony. Okay, all done. It's got it's a lot of fleece. It's got a big hood.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, that looks good. It's looking good. Oh, maybe we could do that there. Look at that. Don't I look learned and scholarly? And look how learned and scholarly you look. You know, every commencement ceremony has like an esteemed, accomplished, and motivational speaker. We didn't have one of those, so I'm gonna do a commencement address for you. So cue up the pomp and circumstance. This is for you, and for the class of 2020. Hello, class of 2020, and thank you for having the good sense to listen to the words of wisdom I have for you today. I compliment you on your taste and look forward to imparting upon you the lessons I have learned as an aging Gen Xer, which mostly boils down to off-putting self-referential irony and tone-deaf ambivalence. You know, looking around, I'm reminded that commencement ceremonies haven't really changed that much. I think back to my own graduation ceremony from Harvard. That's Harvard VCR College, officially based for tax purposes in the Barbados. Go Muskies! That day was cool and cloudy, and hundreds of us crammed together in a crowded auditorium, hugging each other tightly and freely breathing into each other's bare faces. We high-fived, we shared water bottles, and we all shook hands with our college president, who must have shaken almost 1,000 hands that day. At the end of it all, we went on to packed local bars and restaurants. We got haircuts, we went to baseball games, participated in flash mobs. We just made a day of it. We graduated into a world of enormous opportunity. Burgeoning tech giants were handing out jobs and stock options like candy to anyone with a barely applicable degree, turning some of us into millionaires almost overnight. You could get a decent house for like 80 grand. You could hop a plane without getting felt up by a federal employee and go anywhere you wanted for, what, 300 bucks? I don't even know, like my dad paid for it. I shouldn't say we had it all figured out back then. After all, there were only 6 meme templates. I mean, what were we even thinking? We got through it thanks to the lessons we learned from our parents. Lessons about the unlimited potential of what we could achieve when other people do it for us. Some say Gen Xers screwed up that lesson. They say we became confused by how the world really works and that we don't care enough to follow through on our responsibilities, like example here and another example here. In the end, we still sorta helped create the world you see around you today, kinda. Some say it's a world of bewildering moral relativism and lagging social purpose, a world of confusion and anxiety, a world driven by selfish intent and lopsided opportunity, a world in crisis. My response is this: we left you a world that truly defines how important people are to your life, your loved ones, your trusted friends, your neighbors in your community. You never know when you're going to need to crash on their couch. My second response is this: all the bad stuff was the boomers' fault, and all the cool stuff we did. Friends, Weezer, the subdued elegance of normcore, that was us. And so as you take your first steps into this world as a learned woman, and to the rest of you out there, I say, you're welcome, and good luck out there. You're going to need it. Oh, Libby, we got to do the most important part of a commencement ceremony. You got to chuck your hat up in the air.
Oh, you're right.
Opa!